I know what you're thinking. Who's that sexy voice? That's not a Welsh tone of a host that we know and love and demand to have back on the podcast. No, I've actually went and poisoned Steffan's drink because I've been playing too much Hitman recently. And for some reason, he's passed out in the kitchen. I don't know why. Hello, I'm Frankie Ward. I'm very sorry. I'm not going to be doing that voice anymore. Please keep listening. I don't want to lose all of the listeners on my first time hosting and hopefully the last time hosting, because unfortunately, Steffan does have the lurgy and it was actually his children what done it, not me. So if you would like to keep listening, please do. And David, editor, producer extraordinaire, if you want to edit all of me out from the podcast and just have our guests talking, that is fine as well. Because obviously we have to have an actual professional on the podcast. We're going to have two coming up. And the first of them is obviously Inel Tomlinson. How are you?
Oh, thank you for introducing me, Frankie, the Continue Club Queen.
Thank you.
I appreciate your tones, so it's all good.
Oh, thank you. Well, you too, which is why I never get paid to do this. How is the post-tour relaxation going?
Oh, you know what? I'm actually enjoying it because I'm catching up on things. It's like I've disappeared for like 5 months and now I'm back and I'm catching up on everything. Like I've been like in some sort of sleep. Like in those space sci-fi films you see, and they've just been in like crisis, and then it's been like, and then they've just been woken up. I'm just getting filled in on all the stuff that I've missed. It's great.
Yeah, and your voice sounds fabulous for someone who hasn't spoken for 5 months as well.
Well, thank you very much.
And with us is a new voice. We're welcoming into the Continue Club today, esports host and gamer, aren't we all? Barney Banks, hello.
Hello, how's it going, guys? You're right.
Yeah, it's great to have you on the podcast. I've been seeing you, the king of Supercell, on broadcast for a while. This is the first time we've had a conversation, Barney.
I know, mate. I know a bit of Clash of Clans. It's like first step into that esports realm, and then a bit of Brawl Stars as well here and there. And yeah, it's been a wild ride, as you know. And thank you so much for having me on the pod. It's nice to chat to like-minded gamers.
So, we're going to be celebrating some Unsung Hero games. You guys on the Discord have, as usual, been very busy. And Bonobo says, Hogs of War on the PS1. It was basically a 3D version of Worms with a British sense of humour and voiced by the incredible Rik Mayall.
Yeah, I remember that game.
I know. You were a fan. I remember the cover art of this one. It was iconic.
Yeah. Oh, it was the first game I remember having proper British humour. Like in terms of like the voiceover and stuff, because like voiceover was still new for us in that generation. Like PS1 was that time where we were starting to get proper voice acting in games. And it was I think it's the first game I played where I heard British comedians that I watched on the TV in a video game. And I was like, oh yeah.
Can you remember what Rik Mayall was like in it?
I remember he was the main voice. I can't remember exactly what he was like, because I remember that game and Team Buddies came out, and Team Buddy was just like the South Park version of the same thing, where they were like very sweary.
I need to check these games out, man. I'm a huge Rik Mayall fan. I haven't seen the Hogs of War, and I don't know what you're talking about, but it sounds amazing because I'm a huge Rik Mayall fan. So yeah, I'm going to check this out.
Barney, I don't know how old you are. You have one of those faces that either could be 18 or approximately 32. So were you a PlayStation 1 guy?
Dude, I was a Nintendo 64 guy, Sega Mega Drive guy. I'm 1991. Yeah. I'm a 90s baby right at the beginning.
But Hogs of War passed you by. To be fair, I didn't get to play that many PlayStation 1 games unless they were cracked and from the basement of Woolworths or Blockbuster. I used to barricade down the door. Yes, Woolworths. That was a time. The problem for me is whenever someone mentions Rik Mayall, I just get, do you love me? And the thing is, if you do go up to someone and sing at them, do you want to see my pants? You get thrown out of Blockbuster and Woolworths, which is again why I don't have many PlayStation 1 games.
Rik Mayall was like running, dude. Rik Mayall was running things back there because like
Lord Flashheart.
You can remember at the time, not only was he appearing in like PlayStation 1 games, he was like the face of like Nintendo because he was doing all their commercials at the same time as well.
Nintendo doesn't even send me their PR kits. I don't think I'm brand safe enough, and yet Rik Mayall was the face of Nintendo.
Really? Wow. That is wild.
He used to do like Nintendo adverts. I'm pretty certain I remember hearing a quote when he was like still alive that that these adverts basically paid for his house. Like him doing his ads. Because I remember him doing like a Mario All-Stars one. He was definitely did like the Super Game Boy stuff when that came out, just on TV, just him being Rik Mayall. And it's like, yeah. Wow. He was running stuff.
Continue Club, XE Beast. We want to hear your favorite Rik Mayall memories, specifically video game related. I want to see those in the Discord, please. Extra points if you can find any of those Nintendo videos.
And extra points if you can find the exec that hired him to be the face of Nintendo.
And ask,
in the
what
90s.
were you thinking?
Someone pushed him through.
Someone in head office who just said the name of him and no one else decided to look that up.
They watched Bottom and they were like, I want that guy.
I want that bomb in our game. Barney, you do have an unsung hero game to share with us.
I do indeed. I'm actually going to kick things off with an honourable mention, if I may.
Okay.
Because there is a game that I felt like didn't get enough praise because it was in the same genre and the same era as a game that everyone loved. Everyone loved Mario Kart, obviously, Nintendo 64, and like, you know, it's that iconic game of the latest Nintendo. Oh,
I know what you're going to say as your unsung hero game, but no, I want you to say it.
okay. My honourable mention is Diddy Kong Racing.
Oh, yeah.
That's my honourable mention. I just didn't get enough praise. Yeah. However, this is not my unsung hero of the week.
I was going to say, because Diddy Kong Racing is not an unsung hero game.
I know. Everyone
True
loved it.
gamers know. I know they're
didn't
disagreeing
love
with
it,
me.
But they didn't love it as much as Mario Kart. That's basically my argument. But yeah, that's
He's
fair.
right
That's
there.
a fair
He's right
point.
there.
It's fair. It's fair. There's no Diddy Kong Racing 8 or World out there. Let's make it happen. But Barney,
And
continue.
that's upsetting. That is upsetting to me. But my honourable mention was released in 1999 in arcades and Dreamcast. It was published by Sega. And this may be the biggest giveaway. When the PlayStation 2 came out in 2000, it was pushed on us like no tomorrow. What game do you believe is my unsung hero?
Like no tomorrow.
It was almost in every single PlayStation 2 bundle when it first came out. It's Crazy Taxi.
You know what? I think that deserves to be called an unsung hero because even Inel Tomlinson did not guess that one from that fabulous tease, Barney. So why do you think this game is unsung?
I just think it's unsung because it had so much legs. It actually sold 1 million copies when it came out on the Dreamcast before it even. So it's technically not really an unsung because everyone I mentioned this game to goes, that was amazing, wasn't it? But then it just had no legs. So I feel like it's unsung because it kind of fell short. They released a Crazy Taxi 2 and it kind of fell like a pancake. So to me, it's unsung because it has so many epic memories, I think, for everyone. I feel like everyone that had a PlayStation 2 had this game.
Well, if you don't have
First
legs,
and
you will
foremost.
flop like a pancake.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's cool physics.
It's cool physics.
So I know, were you a Crazy Taxi fan?
I was. I had it on the GameCube because I remember it came out on everything. After like Dreamcast kind of died, like Sega would like put it on everything. And I had it on the GameCube. It was fantastic. I will say, like, it as a genre of game, it's fantastic to play, especially in the arcades. It's very quick to understand. I'm a taxi driver, pick people up, put them down. Great. But it's never been replicated. I remember it dying a death on the Xbox. I think the last one was on the original Xbox. I think it was Crazy Taxi 3 or if it wasn't 3, it had like a different name to it. Like I think it was exclusive. 2. It was like Crazy Taxi exclusive to Xbox at the time where Sega and Xbox were like in bed with each other. They had like Jet Set Radio Future was exclusive to it. Crazy Taxi, I think Sega GT, a couple of others. And then Crazy Taxi just the Xbox fans didn't appreciate it, man.
So, Barney, the original sold 1 million copies, heavily promoted, given all the marketing love. But what was good about it? What did you love about being a taxi driver?
Oh, I think it was just like, it was the fast-paced nature of this game. It was one of the first games I felt like it literally was what it says on the tin, right? It's Crazy Taxi. Vibrant colors. And funnily enough, a little piece of funny information about it is that the mechanics of the game were actually patented by Sega. So when Simpsons Road Rage was released, Sega sued and won.
Ooh.
How crazy. Because it basically just used the exact same mechanics. And Sega were like, nah, we own that actually, mate. So
if anyone's going to be picking up people in taxis around here, it's going to be us.
Exactly. I also think that a huge nostalgia bomb for a lot of people. I think it's why we love things like SSX Tricky. It's why we love like Def Jam Vendetta was also another big fan of mine. It's the music.
It's the soundtrack.
The in-game music, the soundtrack. Offspring had a huge portion of the soundtrack for Crazy Taxi, and that was a big one for me because I loved them.
Do you know what? It's like video games like that put us onto all these different bands and like artists.
Yeah.
Because I think at the time we never would have discovered them if we didn't play those games.
You mentioned Simpsons Road Rage, Barney.
Yeah.
But which is the actual better game? If we leave the lawyers out of this one, because Simpsons Road Rage, I think, is a song hero game.
Yeah.
You know, that is a true classic for a lot of people of that era.
Yeah, I think that it's a classic because of the IP it's attached to, for one. Who doesn't love a Simpsons game? And I think that Simpsons was, I mean, it's probably a better game, if I'm being totally honest. But it's just Crazy Taxi was the OG. You gotta love the OGs. And when it was first released, I was 9 years old. PlayStation 2 was like the biggest, fastest selling console of all time. And I think I just spent a lot of time on it. And I think it's just one of those games, Crazy Taxi was just one of those games that everyone played. Like everyone had touched it at some point. And I think that's partly why it's an unsung hero. But yeah, Simpsons Road Rage was a great game.
And marketing genius as well. I always remember Pizza Hut and KFC being in that game.
Yeah, exactly.
That was like, what, 25 years ago, 30 years ago? I still remember.
I'm guessing you remember Inel, but I'm guessing you're not still playing Crazy Taxi.
No, I ain't touched it in a while.
Barney?
No, not for a while. Not for a while. But, speaking of having music in games as well, like it gives us an opportunity to be exposed to more bands and stuff like that. I think getting a song on the latest, EAFC, the latest FIFA game back in the day was like one of the biggest marketing plans of any record label. Like bands would explode if they were on a FIFA game.
Yeah.
So it's a big deal.
Still a big deal these days in the EAFC. And obviously GTA 6, whenever that comes out, the bands that are on those radio stations are definitely going to have instant fan bases because people literally do fan service videos once they find the playlist. Because I had a friend in Birmingham whose band was on GTA 4, I think it was, and people were literally making CDs with the band's name on it and doing videos of themselves putting it into their computer. Like the fandom around the music in these games is crazy. So it's interesting to hear that a lot of that started with Crazy Taxi. Are you guys ready though to grab an Uber and move on to our trivia question?
Nice, that's slick.
Very ready. I like that.
This is why I like you, Frankie. This is fantastic.
Phenomenal Frankie. She's here. Let's go.
Guys, it's surge pricing. You are going to have to pay me handsomely for this one.
There's always a catch.
So let's start with the actual trivia question, okay? Because you know how it works by now. You get your ideas for questions into the secret Discord channel. We don't have access to that on the podcast, but producer David does. And producer David likes to see us squirm and cruelly laugh behind our backs when we don't know the answers, which is most weeks. So here is the question, guys. Are you ready? Hang on.
Oh, what's Frankie doing?
We never have tense music to just. I know. Oh my god!
I mean,
this was not worth it. I don't know why I thought about this. Tense music, or maybe not even tense music. Maybe just 80s quiz questions. Hang on a second.
Oh my goodness!
I don't actually know what's going to happen when I press this.
Put wrong tunes.
Oh no, that wasn't very dramatic at all.
That's like
the
some
opening
old 80s DOS game.
Yeah, some 80s game, exactly.
It's trivia time! Let's ask a question. Steph is very ill, but he'll be back next week, don't worry.
Who wants to be a continuer?
What feature that we take for granted in games now was first introduced in 1984 on the game Pitfall 2 Lost Caverns?
Oh, that's like an Atari game, isn't it?
I wouldn't know. I was not alive.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm like, what is this?
I'm sorry.
I
don't think many of us
were.
So, what game that we take for granted in games now was first introduced in 1984 on the game Pitfall 2 Lost Caverns? I don't really know anything about Pitfall 2, except I guess it takes place in a cave, I know?
I remember the first Pitfall because I had that on Atari. Pitfall 2, I don't think I ever played. But assuming it's similar to the second game, but the first game. I don't know. This is a really tough one.
Granted.
I wonder if it's something to do with saving.
I'm thinking like soundtrack or something like that, like music, like
Diegetic sound.
I don't know, but then
when was even just like simple game mechanics like improved at that point? Like, are we even talking like something as basic as like jumping or swinging or flying?
No, you could do that in the first game.
You could do that? Okay.
I'm thinking maybe it's like scrolling screen.
Oh
but then again, what Mario was... Oh no, wait, Mario's 85 and that was doing it.
Yeah, this is 8.
So it could be...
What was this, 84 did you say?
84, yeah.
This is 84, yeah. So this is Atari,
It could
we
be...
think.
Oh, I don't know. I don't think Atari could do that. I think that was the issue. Oh,
I'm just
that's tough.
liking
We have to come
absorbing
back.
your ideas.
We have to come back. That's tough.
Okay. First introduced in 1984 on the
Crouching.
game Pitfall 2 Lost Caverns. Hey, I think crouching's a good suggestion.
Guys,
And I promise I'm not trying to sabotage you.
you.
So crouching could be one. So are we thinking we need to think about this and come back to it?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
okay, cool.
That's a tough
Okay.
one.
I'm going to
That is hard.
say, I'm going to put my answer in now. I'm
Okay.
going to say checkpoints.
Oh, okay.
I'll say like crouch walking or like crouching. I'll just go
Okay.
in with it. Why not?
that.
I'll go in with it.
Barney's saying
Checkpoint.
squatting. I know.
For now, I'm going to go with screen scrolling.
Screen scrolling.
I do like Barney's crouching thing.
I actually think it might be checkpoints. I mean, well, it could be
You
either. It could be
go
any
with it.
three.
You couldn't save nothing in them games.
This is true.
There was like...
Yeah.
It was always passwords. We had like
Even
passwords up
the
until
even
the
the early
90s.
Mario. Yeah, even the early Marios. Like I don't think
Yeah.
it's saved, did you? In the original
No,
ones, it
no,
was
I
like a
didn't say
speed
it. You
run.
had to play it all in one go.
Yeah,
Those were
such
the
a
days.
nightmare, wasn't it? That was such a nightmare.
I'm so glad I wasn't alive. Right, let's... Talking of childhood, the BBC has written an article about kids and games. They say parents should monitor kids on Roblox 24/7, and that's according to one developer who was recently speaking to the BBC. The site is the most popular in the UK among players aged 8 to 12, and it's been dogged by claims of some children being exposed to harmful content, plus allegations of bullying and grooming. And this is for me, it's quite an interesting subject because I actually routinely say to people, don't put your kids on Roblox. I actually
me too.
personally wouldn't have my kids unsupervised on Roblox because of hearing actual first-hand stories from other parents about how their kids have been asking them questions after playing the game, like the phrase Diddy juice was asked of one parent. What is Diddy juice?
Wow.
After a session on Roblox. So we do know that this is an issue. And in the past, Roblox has said, oh, we've just scaled too far for like the moderation that we need, and they've washed their hands of it. But apparently now, Barney, they're trying to up the act. But it seems like you're also suspicious of Roblox when it comes to young children playing the game.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I even have, family friends whose kids are like 10, 11, 12. My son's 4. And even them, I'm like, no, just don't even let them go on Roblox. There's no point in even exposing them to the possibility of something like harmful happening, just based purely on what you just said, Frankie, of the fact that Roblox said, oh, we're going to put more things in place. And they just kind of washed their hands of it. And then it's not been spoken about since. I just think that the due diligence just hasn't been extensive enough on their part. And if you put private servers within games that are accessible for children, like you're just asking for trouble. And I just think that it's not even worth the risk. And exactly like, you even have firsthand experience of parents who have told you these things. So we're talking hundreds of thousands of cases, routinely, I believe that this is kind of going on. So, my personal belief is if you're going to introduce kids to gaming or allow that, your first step is just remove online entirely is your first step, I think. And then, yeah, it's dicey though, isn't it? Let's be honest, in the world of internet and the world of online gaming.
I know. What do you think in terms of how to introduce your kids to gaming safely?
I'm with Barney on this one. I think always start offline and then you have to kind of scale it up. But I think the issue is a lot of the tools nowadays for parents requires the parents to be just as involved in the actual game itself as the kids. Like, I know, because not defending Roblox, I know they have like parental controls and things like that, but it requires the parent to have an account to then know the stuff to block so that like the kids don't access it, and that's just as time consuming as actually playing the thing itself. And we all know time is precious, and as much as all parents would like to be as like within observing what their child is doing at all times, it's not possible. So it's like the easiest way is to like start with games that are just offline only. I think like ratings, like the PEGI rating scheme and things like that are really good in terms of saying what types of games are good for children, or good enough for children to experience. And I think to start there is always a good thing. And also there's like really fun websites that are like approved by like, I guess, establishments we trust. I mean, I know that the BBC get a flack a lot of the time in terms of like their children's output, but like I would say it's safe enough to put your kids in front of a CBeebies show, and some of the games that they have on their CBeebies website, it's safe enough for them to play those. And I know that's for the young ones, but like as you grow up, I think it's one of those things where you have to kind of mindfully go along with the kid. I don't think you can just do what we did back in the 80s and 90s and we just pick the games we want to play and that's that.
Yeah.
I don't think we can get away with that anymore.
Do you think, Barney, that Roblox would be potentially okay for your child when they're older if they were playing it alongside you? Or do you think just keep things strictly offline even if you're there for the foreseeable?
Yeah, I think that when it comes to, like I mentioned, like Roblox doing their due diligence, I agree with Inel that, parents have to do their due diligence as well. You have to understand the games that your kids are playing and maybe have like, some fairly extensive knowledge of like the intricacies of it within that game so that they can't get misled into certain areas of the game. I think that when it comes to Roblox, the biggest issue that parents are coming across is, all my friends play it, so I'm the only one that doesn't play it. Like I feel left out, etc., etc. And so if you can guarantee that if you can guarantee that your kids are only playing with their friends and there's no access from like external ways of people jumping in online, if you can have like a closed off server that only their friends are playing in, and you can see that their friends are, I don't know if this is actually possible because I haven't really crossed this bridge yet, with Rocket. He's still so young. He's watched me play Mario Kart a few times and then that's about it. He hasn't shown a particular interest as of yet. But yeah, if there's a way of knowing, like my brain goes to, if there was an ideal way of, if I could open an app on my phone and I could see everyone that he's playing with online right now. So like, let's say he was live in a game of Roblox, he was in a server and I could see all the names in the server on like an app on my phone. I'd be okay with that because then there's a way of monitoring it and just keeping a close eye without constantly getting like, being over his shoulder.
Yeah.
I guess that would be great.
I think Nintendo's the only one that kind of does that with their parental app, where the parent has to approve friends. Like, so if people friend them, the parent has to approve it before it gets accessed. And if the kid wants to download a game, and if it's for a particular age rating, the parent has to approve it before they can kind of download it. Like, that stuff is great, but like, it has to be at a systems level. And unless you implement that stuff at the beginning, you can't claw it back.
Yeah, it's such a difficult one as well with Roblox because of the UGC. It's actually a great tool for getting kids into the ideas of developing games and coding and learning about that side of things. So it feels like it is a platform that can inspire the next generation of developers, but we don't want them to have to go through therapy they wouldn't have otherwise had to go through, right? So it's an interesting topic, and hopefully we'll actually see Roblox make more progress and actually, put their money where their mouth is and actually really do put thought and an effort into moderation, because this is the biggest gaming platform in the world, I think, right now. So it's really important that they get that right and they actually spend the money, because they are making some of that money from the labor of children. So if they want to keep having that underpaid child labor, they better look after the children.
In my day, we had kids going up chimneys. Now they're doing Roblox.
Now they're making brain rot games. still don't know what brain rot is. If someone can tell me in the Discord, really appreciate it. Thank you, because it's made its way into Fortnite as well. And I'm literally hosting FNCS and saying to the green room, I'm just like, guys, what is a brain rot game? And I think I'm going to get fired. So how is it important to balance screen time for kids to make sure they're not spending too much time with the games, but also making sure they get enough time to enjoy it? I know, because we have all been kids here. Yeah. So we have all experienced that, wanting to just keep gaming an entire weekend, coming back from school, wanting to play all the time. How do you think parents are able to find that balance in this day and age?
I think it's finding games that appeal to both the parent and the kid is the gold thing. Like, if you can find something like a Mario Kart or stuff that you can play alongside them, it's not a way of like taking them away from the stuff that everybody else is doing, but it's a way of you bonding with them and like learning about games as well. Especially if you're a parent that's not particularly into games, I think it's good for you to try and find something that you are also interested in, as well as the kid, to then kind of bridge that gap. Because as you said, like, kids are going to find ways of utilizing these things, whether you're there or not. Like, if you can't let them access it at home, they'll probably find a way of doing it at school. And so it's a way of kind of, I guess you have to kind of set them down and let them know the ins and outs. And you have to be so careful. It's so hard. It's so hard. I don't envy you lot, man. It's really difficult navigating it these days. Because I guess when we were younger, like, graphics weren't that kind of realistic, and then also communication between one another wasn't as explicit as it is now. Like, now people can have video calls and chats and see each other and things like that. Whereas everything back when I was younger was just all text based, and like you had like limited number of characters you could send a message across. And so it's things are like expanded like to a huge degree. I will say, in terms of these games companies, it is very similar to like the issue we have with like accessibility options in games, in terms of we have such massive games that like bring in so much money, but like in terms of the accessibility options, they're so limited, because it feels like the accessibility team are fighting against the team that are trying to create their vision. And I feel like Roblox is almost a victim of that, in terms of the stuff in which they want to do in Roblox is so forward leaning, but it goes against in terms of the safeguarding team's like job. And so I feel as though the safeguarding team are almost always fighting against the lead developers in terms of where the direction in which Roblox is going. And it seems like the safeguarding team are losing at the minute.
Yeah. But so, Barney, what are examples of genres you think would be good for kids? For Rocket, which genres do you think you'll introduce them to first?
I think that Inel kind of hit it on the head when it came to the realism of games. I think that when you first introduce kids to games, you have to take away as much realism as you can. So any like the heavily animated games, the games that are simple with their goals, as opposed to having too many intricacies within the game as well. So like Animal Crossing, or, you know, games that don't involve a lot of mechanics you kind of have to implement first. So for instance, Mario Kart, you know, there's a button to go, there's a button to stop, and it's left and right. And that's the majority of it. And then obviously power-ups, blah, blah, blah. But if your first game, like I remember playing the Nintendo 64 when I was younger, and then playing Super Mario 64 and going, there's so much to do here. Like, it's open world, it's not linear. There's crouch jump, there's crouching and jumping, which makes you do a giant backflip. And so if you're first introducing games to your kids, I think that starting as simple as possible, like I mentioned, stuff like Animal Crossing, Astrobot, which is a game that was, you know, that came with the PlayStation 5, I think it was. The simplified games, and then kind of scale it out from there. But yeah, I think Nintendo's really the way forward when it comes to the beginning, the building blocks of playing games, and graphically as well. And it's nice and bright and shiny, so kids will like that.
Yeah. Frankie, what are you going to do?
Oh, well, I've already introduced my kids and my niece and nephew to Just Dance, because it's promoting activity. The only problem is that my youngest, who is now, she's about 20 months, really wants to have one of the Switch controllers, and she's very violent with them, and I'm quite worried she's going to break them. So I had to give her my Switch 1 controller while the rest of us have Switch 2, so that she can like wang it around and hit it off things, because she's not doing the dance moves. And so if she was actually taking the game seriously, I might consider giving her a real controller.
When you take it serious, then you cannot break.
Because she's quite frankly taking the piss. I only let her use a Switch 1 controller. But my 4-year-old is kind of into it sometimes, and I love playing with my niece who is 7, so that works out really nicely because I've got like a little buddy I can actually play these Nintendo games with. But my youngest has also played Mario Kart and beaten a 9-year-old. I think she did have steering assist on, but I don't think she knew what was going on, but she really loves the Switch 2 controller, guys, which is scary for me. So yeah, I think definitely the Nintendo games, and I think anything that kind of encourages activity for me is something that I want to encourage because of just trying to marry video games and being active, because my she's, you know, well, some people say we look like sisters, but my daughter, who is 4, she will sit in all weekend and just watch Disney films if she could, and we refuse to let her because I'm a horrible person, but a brilliant mother. So
we have to touch grass at some point, people.
We do,
all the time.
do.
Come on.
But do we have to let the children win, Barney?
This is the thing. I'm going to sound like a harsh dad, but no, you earn your stripes. But I'm not going to destroy you. I'm going to let it get close. But you have to earn your stripes, because I know that there will come a day where he'll be driving circles around me. So I'm like, and also I think that kids need to learn what it feels like to lose every now and then as well. It builds character. Failure is a part of progression. I'm mean, but I'm fair.
I know.
Sometimes you got to lose. Yeah, that's what
Sometimes
you
you just got to learn what it's like, man. You can't win all the time. There's no participation medals in this house.
The thing is, I know I was like a proper hardcore hard mode gamer, so I feel like it would really hurt you deep down to let children win, but they're never going to win against you.
Yeah, I never let them win, man. No.
Can't happen.
Never.
Well, I know. Let's move on to what you've actually been playing.
Yes.
Seeing as you've finally been able to put your feet up. So what are you going to be reviewing for us today?
Now, today I'm going to be reviewing a game that it's been making waves. It's been making waves. The developers had a fantastic year so far. They've already put out Monster Hunter Stories 3. They put out Resident Evil 9 Requiem. And I am reviewing today Pragmata, that came out a few weeks ago by Capcom.
Ooh. AKA Daddy Issues Simulator.
Yeah, but it's very different to like other daddy games, I guess, like God of War. God of War, it felt like Kratos, like Atreus was almost like it was like, I have to take this guy because he's my son, but otherwise I would have left him at home. Didn't really have a relationship. They got on each other's nerves for the majority of the campaign. Pragmata is completely different. Like, the bond is there from the get-go. As soon as they meet each other, it's like, all right, we got to work together. Let's go.
So what is the game actually about? Because the trailer was quite mysterious, but people fell in love with it at first sight. And then Twitter is all just like, this game is going to solve the fertility crisis because all of these streamers are crying over Diana the child. But I still don't know what the game is about, apart from the fact that she's got Crayola.
So basically, Pragmata is a game set on the moon. It's like it's set somewhere sometime in the future. I forget the year it was set. And you're on a moon base, and something's happened to all the humans, and you're pretty much the last human left. Some things have gone wrong, and the AI androids have kind of taken over the moon base. However, there is one young AI model called Diana, who is the little girl who plays your companion along for the ride. And you play as Hugh, the last remaining guy on this base, trying to figure out what's going on, why everybody died, and how we can stop this crisis. Fantastic voice acting. Like I've had the pleasure of knowing, working with both voice actors before. Hugh's played by David Menken, fantastic actor here, based here in the UK, and Grace Syaf as well plays Diana. Little tidbit, I played her daddy in Wonder Blocks on CBeebies. There you go. I play medium bear. She plays small bear. Come on.
Let's go.
Come on. I played her daddy already. Right. But like, this game is very different. So what it is, it's like a third-person action game. However, when you're aiming down sights to shoot at enemies, Diana can also hack the enemy at the same time. So you're doing two things at once. So you not only are you shooting at the enemy, but Diana can hack the enemy to get different debuffs to the enemy so you can deal more damage. So, and what happens, it's like a little like square puzzle game where you have to just go through the little nodes and match them up. And then once you get to the green node, the hack like commences, and whatever debuffs you went through can like disable the enemy. So sometimes it'll be they will like freeze in place. Sometimes it'll mean their defenses are down, and so you can kind of deal more damage. And then other times it could mean that they can turn on each other and like friendly fire, and they can shoot one another. So it's really fun. And the way they've kind of worked on this game is they've made it so they work like in tandem together, because it sounds really complicated like as I'm saying it. And because the game is so fast paced, you're thinking, I can't do both at the same time. But once you're like several hours in, you're fighting like 4 or 5 different enemies at once. You're switching guns. You're like hacking that one, shooting that one, freezing that one, turning that one against that one. And so like that's where the fun kind of comes in. It's like it reminds me of Xbox 360 AA games back in the day where they were like fantastically fun, but like nobody really talks about them anymore. And that's what this game is.
Is this game just destined to be an unsung hero? Is that what you're saying right now?
Destined.
Sounds like
however, it's sold really well, especially for a new IP. I know Capcom said they sold like 1 million copies in the first few days, which is fantastic. That never happens for new IPs these days, because like AAA's just, they don't even bring out new IPs.
Yeah, that's true. I like that Capcom has actually decided to like create something brand new. It feels current as well.
Yeah.
Human versus AI. It feels a bit, feels like it's touching quite close to home.
So, Barney, is this a game for you?
I don't know, because like you, Frankie, I watched the trailer and I kind of games like this look to me, please correct me if I'm wrong, Inel, as well. It looks a little bit clunky. And I'm a very like, I don't know why. I'm a very like movement fan. Like I'm an Assassin's Creed fan. I'm a Ghost of Tsushima fan. I love a good movement in games. Don't know why. But maybe because I used to be a dancer. Could be that. I'll take you on at Just Dance, Frankie. I promise you.
You can
showdown.
try. I'm a terrible dancer, but I'm excellent at scoring points. Anyway, Barney.
And you don't want to see her at Dance Revolution. Come on.
It's ugly but effective.
It's on.
She says as her camera goes off.
Camera said no.
Yeah, exactly.
Camera said no. Continue that thought process, Barney, while I sort out my technical issues.
I hear what you're saying, Barney, about movement stuff. But you got to remember, this is Capcom, isn't it? The Capcom are kings at like movement in video games. Like I thought that because you're in like a heavy suit and stuff, but you've got a boost dodge that you can use pretty much at any time. You can upgrade it so you can boost and dodge. If you like in traditional like action games, if you like boost and dodge at the right minute, you can like get like a bonus and debuff and stuff like that.
Okay.
And so it's like really cool. You got like a jump pack as well, so you can jump up and you can hover as well with the jump back for a few seconds. And you can utilize that in ways in which you can kind of like jump and boost and like hold your position, shoot, dodge out the way, then hover, shoot. So it's quite fun.
Is there also like a skill tree that like, so you unlock like upgrades and different like abilities and stuff like that?
Loads of collectibles. This is why
I'm
I say
a bit
it's
of
like
a fan of that as well.
Like a AA game from back in the day. Because there's just loads of stuff to collect. Little crystals that you pick up. They're scattered everywhere. They don't really make any narrative sense. They're just there. But you're just like, ring. And the more crystals you pick up, the more you can upgrade. It's like old school video game action game where it's like kill loads of things, collect loads of like crystal things, upgrade your thing. And you can upgrade him, you can upgrade his suit, you can upgrade the weapons, you can upgrade Diana and her hacking abilities. You can unlock mod chips for like Diana. And it's really cute animation as well. When you upgrade Diana, she gets like a little mod chip and she eats it. She goes,
I was literally about to say, I bet you shoved the chip like in her mouth or something on the back of her neck.
And then her eyes go, and it's like, yeah, she's got it.
So you genuinely like really enjoyed this game. Would you give it a rating out of 10 at this point, or would you have to kind of get through to the end?
I'm about 7 hours through. I don't think the game's gonna throw any more crazy surprises at me. Like the mechanics are evolving, but like they're not it's not a case of it's gonna do anything different. However, I will say it's a good solid 7 and 8 out of 10 game. It's a game where I don't regret purchasing it. I really enjoy playing my time playing with it. It's not gonna stay with me like a God of War has, like a decade later. But at the same time, not every game needs to do that. I don't need every game I play to be like, oh, the best thing I've ever played. Sometimes I just want to sit down in the evening, put a game on, shoot some stuff, do some puzzles, hear some wicked VO. That's what this game is.
So that's Pragmata. It's got a Metacritic score of 85 and it's £50 on Steam, the PlayStation Store and the Xbox Store. So let us know in the Discord if you do give it a go.
Frankie, I will say, I got it at 40 quid from Argos. Come on.
There we go.
Brand new. Come on.
They didn't tell me that in the Argos catalogue.
Come on. 40 quid Pragmata.
Someone still buys hard copies.
Yeah,
Wow.
I'm physical all day.
This man loves a hard game and a hard copy. Let's check in with the big question from today's
That quote's
show.
going on my website, Frankie.
It is time for the week's big question and the interesting answer. And it's not, should you play Pragmata? Because Inel's already answered that for us. You should. It's a great game and you can get it for 40 quid from Argos. Now, this is the question that our producers have been scheming behind our backs while the show's been going on to come up with. So the question is based on what we've been talking about. So here we go. Which game needs a Simpsons remake in spite of what the lawyers say? What do you think, Inel?
Oh, which game needs a Simpsons remake? Oh, yo, that's a good question. They've already done the Crazy Taxi thing. They've already done the GTA kind of
Yeah, they
thing.
did the GTA thing. Yeah.
Oh,
They did Fortnite recently as well, which was great, actually. The Fortnite map was incredible.
Oh, yeah, of course they
So
did. So they've
good.
already done shooters.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel like they need a party game. Like Simpsons
yes.
party game would go down great.
Yeah.
Like one that is hosted by Mo Sislak. It's like a where it's like
Hosted by
you're
Mo.
in Mo's Tavern.
Yeah.
And it's like loads of drinking games, but Simpsons was.
And Barney in the corner,
Yeah. And
drinking
then Mo
away
like
his sorrows.
reprimands you when you get the answers wrong.
Did you guys ever play the Rugrats game on PlayStation 1, which was mildly terrifying? You had to be in a supermarket.
I didn't play it, but I do remember seeing screenshots.
I think a Simpsons update on that, basically. So like a mini games kind of compendium, and the games are half unplayable and it haunts the childhood of the next generation. I think that is what the world has been asking for in Simpsons form.
I can just envisage like Chucky in 3D. I can see it now, and I'm like,
Yeah, honestly, with the dodgy hair and all that
it
stuff,
didn't
mate.
come
Like
out right.
a Simpsons tennis and a Simpsons golf would be cool. Like, I'm a golfer, so I'm down with that.
I'm down for tennis. That'd be pretty good. Like Mario tennis, but with Simpsons.
Exactly, but
that
Simpsons
can work.
versions.
That can work.
Well, let us know what you guys think in the Discord. I keep saying that now. It's like I've never hosted the show before. So we have to submit our final answers now, though, for the trivia question. And the question, if you remember it from earlier on the show, is really hard. Thanks, Discord. What feature that we take for granted in games was first introduced in 1984 on the game Pitfall 2 Lost Cavern? So I was saying speedrunner. Barney, you were tempted to say the same, or squat walking.
Crouching. Let's go crouching.
You know
I'll
what?
do
I'm
it.
gonna go Barney because he said feature, and like the screen scrolling is not a feature.
Okay.
I'll go with Barney.
So we're locking in crouching. I am saying, checkpoints. And you're also saying the squatting, I know. Okay.
Yeah.
And the answer is checkpoints.
Oh! Nah, nice.
According to Guinness World Record. Oh,
Nice.
my moment of triumph.
Even the L gal said no.
Yeah, okay, I was like, no, kicker.
Oh my god! Yes, Steph. I think actually what's happened. Something's happened to Steffan, guys, and he's trying to tell us by the medium of sabotage. Let me try and turn my camera on because I need you guys to see how smug I am.
Yeah.
I see.
I think I've got to go. I think I can hear my microwave beeping
what
or something.
time is it?
There we go. Okay, cool, awesome. Yes. So
Checkpoints. According to Guinness World Records, 1984's Pitfall 2, The Lost Caverns for the Atari 2600 was the first video game to swap the finite lives mechanic for a system that allowed players to die and restart their adventure from the last checkpoint of the game as many times as they wanted.
Wow.
Well played, Frankie.
Yeah,
well
and
played.
I almost put Frankie off. I said, you couldn't save your game back then. I was like,
Yeah, you were so anti. Yeah, you were.
like, what?
And as you can probably tell from the way that I performed the hosting role this episode, I did not read that on the script beforehand. There's been no cheating. So what has that done to the leaderboard, guys? Well, Barney, you've entered in 16th. That is technically bottom. You are there with about 30 other people. So apologies, Barney. Better luck next time.
I committed to the answer.
Yeah, you know, I committed to your answer. You convinced me.
It wasn't a bad answer, but it was wrong.
It was wrong.
But we like the enthusiasm and also manipulating Inel into also following you into being wrong. I have gone up to 12th. So I was 15th, I'm now 12th. I'll take that. Okay. And Inel, mate.
Jump 3 places. That's not bad.
You've slipped to 6th, mate. You've gone from 5th to 6th.
What, I'm not top 5? I'm not even Champions League?
No, I'm sorry. Mate.
You're in Europa, mate.
Yeah. Mid-table. It's
no
fine.
one wants that.
Could be worse. You could be a Crystal Palace fan like me.
Oh, mate. I used to go to Selhurst Park all the time.
Me too.
Love
when
it.
I still had a PlayStation 1. That tells you how old I am.
Fair enough.
Actually, PlayStation 2. PlayStation 2. I just got PlayStation 2 a lot later than everyone else because my parents mistreated me as a child. Now,
that's another episode.
That is another episode. Yeah, we'll run out of time to record it if we don't end things here. That is it for this episode of Press X to Continue. Don't forget to get involved by messaging us on Press X Pod on all the social platforms. We're on TikTok and Instagram. So I said all the social platforms, just the ones that are probably stealing your data, but do allow you to moderate the comments. We're on those. Press X Pod. We'll be back on Tuesday for some more fun.
Yeah.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.